Hello, Happy New Year. It's the beginning of 2024. We are one week away from the final for the ETF decision, which is the week on Wednesday, and we are 100 days away from the next Bitcoin halving. Now, previously, at the beginning of January, the January Open, we have seen some moves where markets make a break out of the gate. We've seen it in stock indexes and I've seen it in Bitcoin, and it kind of looks like we might be setting that up tonight. If we look at where we are, when we looked at this on New Year's Eve, we were looking within this channel, seeing if we were going to break down or not, if we were going to break out from this channel. It looks to me like we're breaking out. And if I go back to up to the weekly chart and look at where we are, you know, with these, let's take these away, with these big levels, and by big levels I mean these fib levels from the high that we made back in November 2021 to the low in November 2022, we were going sideways at this 50% level. But it looks to me like the last couple of weeks we've actually gotten above and found support from this 50% level. So now if we continue higher, obviously our next up target is going to be this 61.8 level, which I think is 48.50, 48,500, and so on, and looking pretty bullish. Now we have got, and as you know, I think that this 44,000 level is a little bit tricky, and sometimes Bitcoin on a third touch will do one of those really sneaky Bitcoin things. So for example, in the summer we did it here at this second high. So it looks like we made a really nice three-wave correction. We're on our way up again, and it's actually a false break higher. We can't hold it. We can't close above the resistance level, and down we go. And false breakouts are pretty nasty bearish reversal signals, and that is what happened here, of course, in July 2023. So that's the risk that we need to watch out for. But I have to say, the way this is looking, it's looking to me pretty strong. Now, holding above 44 then, at the moment, look at what a big green day this is. This really is one of those situations where you need to buy a little pullback, even if they are little couple of hours like this or on a 15-minute. In a trending market, I think it's really fine to use these low time frames. Each of these pullbacks to moving averages are really bullish, but just watch out. 44,500, if we get above it, we need to hold above it, and I think if we can break above it, buying pullbacks that hold above that level are really kind of interesting longs. Again, 48,500, 50,000, and then I think we said 54,000. Now the other way to look for targets was based on these measured moves. In other words, if this is a big third wave, it quite likely could be 1.618 of the first swing. So this is our first swing pullback, this 44,700 level that we've been holding underneath. If we break above it, the next upside target in the 1.618 from this correction is 50,000, that round number 50,000, and then so on. So I actually think we could overshoot this 48,500 level. 618 fib levels can be very messy, and 50,000 might be a better target as we head into the ETF decision deadline. Now keep an eye, now the futures are open again, keep an eye on the futures because they tend to lead. And at the moment in the futures, let's zoom out here on the weekly, we have tagged these previous highs and we're not quite holding above them. So you can see that the previous high was 45,260 here in the futures. We've just tested it. So I really want to see this hold above and keep going. There's, you know, a retest where people take profit wouldn't be a good idea. I can't have to say that on every time frame this looks really bullish, but again, we've seen this movie before, and so don't get caught out. If we zoom out here on the daily and we go from those high to low, 48,500 would be the big 61.8 fib level in the futures. So looking pretty bullish, but keep an eye on the futures and make sure that we hold these previous highs, and this just isn't perhaps just a retest. We need to kind of keep going. Quite a lot of other coins look pretty bullish, like they want to keep going higher as well. ETH is definitely lagging. One chart that's really interesting me and is trending really nice is Ethereum Classic. And if ETH does really well, so will Ethereum Classic. And I really kind of like the bottoming pattern here. So that's one to follow on. But let's talk about ones that I'm watching. And first of all, Solana. So just like Bitcoin, Solana made one of those three-wave corrections where the second swing was 61.8 of the first swing, a really nice bullish move. The key question I have, when we have a three-wave correction and are looking to turn up higher again, is this just the first leg in a bigger three-wave correction, which it could be in Solana, or are we starting a new upswing? So there's a couple of things that I look for. There would be danger signals that say actually we're just doing a middle leg and we've still got another leg. So first off, I would say that a correction that's an equal measured move is a bit of and then reverses at it, is a bit of a worry. So Solana really has kind of really important resistance at 112.35 or 112.40, and above it, going beyond this equal measured move pattern, that would be more bullish for me. If we take a look at this on the daily, could be a nice daily signal. So again, watch out that we don't reverse at 112.40 and close back underneath 107. That would be a bearish reversal in Solana, but otherwise it's looking pretty good and pretty interesting to go higher as well. Lido, LDO Finance. This is a really nice bull flag bullish pennant consolidation here, and I think that potentially we've done a little bit of a breakout. Let's look at this on the weekly. So I don't know which way we're looking at this, but either it's either a triangle pennant and we've broken out of it, or instead, let's take this away. This is a little bit of a rising channel from these two highs, or a rising wedge. Either way, I've drawn my fibs from the high that we made in May 2022 to the low that we made in June 2022, and we've been within this range for the whole time, and these fib levels, especially more recently, have become more important. And this big 61.8 fib level is what we broke above last week, and we're still pushing higher. And I think back to these highs and this 786 fib level at 3.14, if we can break out of this little bullish pennant. So look how we got support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support. We got above this level. We've done this very nice three-wave pullback correction. So for me, if we can break out from this consolidation here, I think we continue higher to 3.14 and above 3.14. I think we retest the highs because potentially this is a breakout in LDO. Lido. Okay, let's take a look at SCI. Is that one getting ready to go up again? What a really nice move this has been. Let's see. There's a few on my watch list. Here's Sui. Okay, now if we look at this on the weekly and put regular candles on here, we can see that previously this 38.2 fib level at 0.8 was pretty interesting resistance, pretty nasty bearish reversal. We closed underneath it. Either way, whether we're looking at fib levels or just pulling back and riding these moving averages higher, this is a very nice pullback to our daily 20 moving average and previous high, and turning higher and holding above 0.8. I think we continue higher to 0.94 and 1.08. If we look at this on a lower time frame, again, just like we talked about with Lido and a few of the others, the risk is that this three-wave pullback is not the start of a new upswing, but just a bigger three-wave correction. And so the risk here, we need to watch out that we don't just make a big 3-wave correction. So we need to hold above this high and 0.83. Okay, this is our like sideways range. If we can hold above 0.83, that for me would be us going up again. So whenever you've got a double bottom, the high in the middle is your problem that you need to break above. Okay, and so really that's what I'm looking at. Break above there. If we continue above it, look for a little low time frame pullback and look for SUI to potentially continue higher from here as well. Okay, let's take a look at actually next one we're going to look at is SEI. Now, has this one stopped going up? On the daily time frame, no. You know, each little consolidation and each little pullback here on the daily keeps going, and we are still keeping going. Now, if I measure this first swing to this high and project it from here, are these levels working? And I would say yes. This 61.8, when we got above it, was support. This equal measured move level was resistance. This 1272 level was resistance. And so SEI, next upside target is going to be this 1.618 at 0.769. If we get up here and we just do a little shallow pullback, like 1 day or 2 day pullback like we've done previously, and then keep going, that's all fine. If we break above this level, we're going to look for it to be support. And my next upside target is really going to be this 2.618 here at 1.18. And it's going to do one of those kind of really bullish keep going moves. So that's what I'm looking for at that. But if you're long of this, and I know quite a few in my strategy group are, 0.769 is this level to watch. We really kind of need to hold above it if we're going to keep going in this one. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is a little one. So just like Lido that broke out from a... Now, here's the thing. When I draw triangles or pennants or trend lines like this, I normally look for the third touch to be a false breakout and stay within the trend line. So here on these lows, look, we had 1, 2, third touch, false breakout, and we went all the way up to the top. Quite often when I do that, I move it out to the wider one. So if we come back again, then this is going to be the new third touch. So here we can see on this upper trend line, we did the same. First touch, second touch, third touch, false breakout. And so are we going to break out for real this time? We might be here, mightn't we? And if we are, I'm going to move this out here and be more conservative, because that's going to be like my first target that will really confirm the breakout. And if we get above that, then happy days, we're going to keep going. So that's just a little one on BitGet Mog. I have been watching. There are some funny ones out there that I'm watching. Here's another one. Claw. Whenever I can see a really clear channel like this, I'm watching to see if we break out. This was a lovely kind of sideways wedge consolidation. Quite often with these wedges, right, it could be that this is the first swing, this is a 3-wave correction, and this is the C leg, and that could be the end of it. So I think holding above 0.15 and breaking out from this parallel channel would say that the bottom is in. I like how we've made a pretty good base here, but I'm still waiting to see an above 0.15. Then yeah, I'm looking for 0.18, and then above these moving averages, I think we can move much higher. If you see here on the daily, we're back testing this daily 50. So this breakout here at 0.15 is actually not just the channel, but it's really important support and resistance if we go all the way left here. It's actually 0.145 and the 50% level, and this daily 50 moving average. So I'm watching that, because if we can... Now, quite often when I make a video about a funny little shit coin, people will false break it out, make it move. trick everybody and then they'll come back. So it's really important that you see it hold above this 0.145 level. And yeah, then I think that the bottom is in for this one. Next swing higher, hopefully. And again, we'll go level to level to level. So, but on the upside, 0.178 next in Clore AI, CLORE. Here's another little one. What I watch for in these little banging ones that move. This is Muse. I think this could be just a bit of a wild one like Telor. Now, if we look at this double bottom here, right? So it made a big double bottom. It made a low in November 2022 and double bottomed in June this year. And when you have a double bottom and you break out of the range, because this is the high of the range, you can see that this was a pretty important resistance at 18.8. And also if I measure from this low to high and project it, then if we break out from this double bottom sideways range, our target really should be twice the range of this distance, which is up here at 33.69. And to keep going higher, not only have we got to, so there's a bit of profit taking going on here at this previous swing high here. The important thing for me is, you know, when you make a breakout, you get above these really important previous levels, is that new buyers come in to keep it moving higher. And it looks like this is what's happening in Muse then. And yeah, the target of this, the double bottom target here is 33.59, and it's a Coinbase one. So this one could move. Keep an eye on that one. Now, it's had the big move. We need to make sure that it holds on a pullback, and so this is the level on a pullback, 18.8, that you would like to see it hold. And yeah, let's see if this can turn into another wild one as well. Okay, good luck. Let me know if there's anything you're looking at that you think might go. Certainly quite a few of the altcoins are, particularly the AI ones, are looking pretty interesting. So Clore is one of those. I've seen some other ones, for example, the Graph is looking really good as well. So let me know if there's any you'd like me to cover. And let's have a really healthy, happy and safe year making some money.